back to another episode of My Watch Therapy. Today we have another fine example from the Alpina company. This is the Startimer Pilot, and it's a great looking watch. Let's take a moment to connect with it. Thing with this clasp, it's beautiful, but you can't do it that way. You got to just automatically know to go here, then here. I'm a little gripey on that. If it wasn't such a cool touch, the way it just folds right in and just looks like any other link, along with a stamped Alpina symbol. That's cool. But I can't tell you how many times I've gone just trying to put on my wrist, just kind of quick, boom, nope, bam, bam, then you're hitting it. Get it right, like so. It's a great watch, and we're going to go over some of the features, and as I move into it, just to mention, I have recently reviewed the leather-strapped version. At least that's what I thought. I thought I was reviewing the same watch case and just a different dial and bracelet, or band and bracelet, and then I realized, look at the color difference of the indices and numbers. It does have literally the same movement in it. It's got the same dial, the date windows on the same spot. I mean, it's the same blessed thing. It's got the same microscopic pip. That's what I mentioned in the other video is, I don't know, it's a 41 millimeter dial. You got Alpina here symbol, here, the symbol there, the symbol there, the symbol there, there. And I don't know, it just seems like they put the tiniest little one there with a pip that is just so small. It's like the point of a pen, and I don't see the point of that pen. What's the point of that? It's not going to help you in the dark, I can tell you that much. And it's also not helpful that you cannot, the bezel doesn't rotate. So you're really not setting this pip like to a reference point, right? If you're trying to time something, it's not unidirectional or bidirectional, it's no directional. It's just on there. And it does look like it's a plate that pops on. It's just not moving, not made to move. I don't know. It's a bit of a quirk. I like this little bit of a polish here, very thin polish right there when everything else is brushed except one other part I'll mention in a moment. I feel like they could have hit that a little wider. It's so slight. It's kind of missed. I don't really see it, and I'm like, oh, there it is. Omega does a great job with that. They'll have that swirl right there, and just enough, not obscenely so, but just enough to bring your eye to it. So those are just kind of some of the things that are polished, the tiniest bit. But the other part that's polished, I do like these center links. I think they looks really nice. If I ever had the money to own a Rolex, that bracelet that they do, where they have the polished center links, I have tried a Rolex on that had that, and wow, it's so sweet, and nothing feels as comfortable, but I could at least give them cred for having polished center links. I think that's super classy. Where this other one that I reviewed is a little more kind of an active looking watch, a little more classic, a little more understated, I would say. But I do have a 17 centimeters. Let me get this right. I got to do it. Ready, guys? Here, then here. And that's going to be in the way. Of course. It's only when you're trying to film a masterpiece. It's not going. I'm not going to mess with it. You know how it goes. I showed you already. But I have a 17 centimeter circumference wrist, so that's a little bit under 7 inches, more like 6 3/4. You can see it looks great. I mean, the way it picks up the light, it's certainly not as understated as the other. It's a little more, I don't know, single colored, you know, it's mostly steel, but it's got that huge dial. And that huge dial I mentioned in the other video about the watch with a leather strap, I like it. I like how uncluttered it is. And in fact, so, you know, you've got a bezel here that doesn't rotate, and it doesn't even have numbers on it. But the inside of the dial, I really like how, wind that up a little. I like the way it just doesn't cluttered up, right? Like a lot of companies just feel like they can't have that much green space there and without having to stick something in there or just sort of louse it up a bit. I think it's nice and clean. I love the hands. Hands are very long. Maybe not the hour hands so much, but somehow it reaches without getting in the way of the date. With that seconds hand, and that sucker is out there. Super long, super long. And you can see it nicely beating away at 28,800 vibrations per hour. It's really, really nice looking. I love the case back as well. Right there. I'm a bit of a, I don't know, a person, I wish these could be reversos or something, right? Where you could kind of flip it over and show off this, like, sort of artistry on the back. I mean, they've been around, what is that, 1883 in Geneva. That's awesome. I wish that wasn't so hidden. It's almost like they saved all the style and the panache for the case back, and then the part you see is pretty subdued. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it, and I wonder what you guys think. The price, lastly, is a bit of a commitment. Where is that? The price is the price. That's $1,300. And, you know, once you go past $1,000, a lot of people, you know, you can buy a lot of different watches for $1,300. And I don't know if that's why it seems like Alpina is a great company that I just don't know anybody who owns one. You know, they make great, beautiful looking watches. I've never seen one that looks like a dog's breakfast. And yet I don't own one, and I don't know anybody who owns one. Why is that? Do you own one? Let me know in the comments. And I appreciate you spending a little of your most precious commodity watching this video, which is time. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.